Hello. Yeah, Frozen 2. It's time to talk about it. So, Frozen 2 is a bit of a late sequel to the 2013 film Frozen, making a gap of 6 years. Yeah, I had to count it. Shut up. So, yeah, it came out and it's projected to have a pretty big weekend, although the reception to the film has been mixed. I mean, still generally positive, of course, but there has been some mixed responses, even some that just really, really don't like the film. So the story takes place a little bit after the events of Frozen, where a sudden where something magical appears in Arendelle that forces people to evacuate the city, and it's up to Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, Sven, and Olaf to go to the Enchanted Forest to free the Enchanted Forest from a curse it's under that's there pretty much because of a past ruler of Arendelle, their grandfather specifically. And it is believed by lifting the curse off the Enchanted Forest, the magical thing in the city will disappear and free the city. Sorry, I have a runny nose a little bit. Man, I do not sound that well. Anyway, so this story does attempt to do a deeper dive into the mythology of the world and does some new world building while also focusing on Elsa a fair bit, specifically the origin of her powers. And in response to that, it's actually done pretty well. I really enjoy it. And there's also some beautiful imagery in the film, and the music is pretty good. Although I will admit, there isn't really any song that can compare to Let It Go in terms of popularity. As for other parts of the film, it is merely a little bit more of a mixed bag. I mean, Kristoff has this whole plot line of attempting to propose to Anna, but he keeps messing it up. There's Olaf, who in the first film he was decent enough, if a tad annoying. In this one, he's a little too annoying. And Anna kind of gets pushed aside, surprisingly. She doesn't really have a plot line in this film to really speak of. And it's because of certain stuff like that, still trying to be more like a kids' film in a certain way, that the movie gets a little bit distracted and unfocused at certain parts. But overall, taking in both the good and the bad of the film, I'd have to say this movie is still, in my opinion, pretty good. But overall, Frozen is still the better film, the first one. Now, having said that, there are some things I do think it does a little bit better than the original. Like I said, there's some gorgeous imagery in this film. When it's actually focused on Elsa, it's actually really interesting and engaging. And of course, the stuff with the whole mythology, like the four spirits, is intriguing to watch on screen. And I will admit, the fire spirit salamander, yeah, it's pretty cute. Of course, in certain parts, the Frozen 2 does get into the whole spell it out a little bit, a little too much in certain parts. But man, that does not sound good. I'm fine though. Again, while in certain parts of Frozen 2 it gets a little too spell it out, it's still not that bad. I mean, I'm not really sure what people were expecting from Frozen 2. Honestly, I didn't even know what I was expecting. But I still thought this was a pretty good film. And based on some of the animated Disney sequels to their classics that they've released in the past decades or so, this is a huge win. So, yeah, I can understand the mixed reception to this film, but I do think the good definitely outweighs the bad in this film, and it's still a pretty good watch. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Comment down below what your thoughts are about the new film. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys next time.